Hello student, welcome to digital classes. This video is for class 7 science. The chapter is 6 physical and chemical change. This is the new chapter I started. In this video I am going to tell you about the physical change, chemical change, the characteristic of the physical change and reversible, irreversible, etc. Physical and chemical change. This is the 6th chapter and this is the first video for this chapter. The objective of this video for chapter 6 to study the difference between physical and chemical change. First I want to tell you what is matter. Matter is everywhere. Matter is anything that takes up space and has mass. Matter is constantly experiencing both the chemical and physical change. Now, physical changes. Physical changes occur when the matter changes its property but not its chemical nature. Physical property change could includes a change in texture, shape, size, color, order, volume, mass, weight and density, but it does not change its chemical nature. Cutting of paper is a physical change. We cut the paper but the paper is still there, means the size and shape may be changed but the paper is still there. Melting of ice is a physical change because no new substance is formed. When we freeze water it become ice, and when we take out the ice from fridge or heat the ice it become water. So there is no new substances formed, so it is a physical change, means the melting of ice is a physical change. Sawing wood means cutting down of wood, so there is no new substances formed, so it is a cutting down of wood or swing of wood is a physical change. There is a change in the size, shape, maybe the color also, but the wood remains same, so no new substances form, then it is a physical change. Dry ice is carbon dioxide. Basically when we freeze carbon dioxide it it change into dry ice, so the no new substances form, so it is a physical change because when we freeze carbon dioxide gas it becomes solid, known as dry ice, and when we try to melt the dry ice by heating it directly change into carbon dioxide gas, so the no new substances form, so it is a physical change. Evaporation or vaporization of water or any liquid is a physical change. When water is heated to boil, it gets converted into vapor. The vapor so formed, when condensed or cooled, give back liquid water. The condensed water has all the property of original water, so the evaporation and vaporization of the water or any other liquid is a physical change because no new substance is formed during evaporation or vaporization. It means that when the water converted into steam, steam has the same property as water, and if we freeze the water it become ice. Ice has the same property also, so the evaporation and vaporization is a physical change. The slow conversion of liquid into a vapor is called evaporation. Evaporation take place at all temperatures. At room temperature it's slow. Evaporation is faster at higher temperature. When a liquid is converted into vapor at its boiling point, the process is called vaporization. Thus the evaporation and vaporization are similar process. Evaporation depends upon some following thing, like temperature of the surrounding, surface area of the liquid, wind speed at the place. If we increase the temperature, the rate of evaporation may also increase. If we increase the surface area of the liquid, the evaporation rate is high. Suppose if we dry our wet cloth, we spread the cloth on a hang, so it dries up quickly. If the wind speed is high, then the rate of evaporation is also high, because the rate of evaporation at low temperature is slow, but there is still have evaporation. So the wind speed, when the wind speed is high, it blow the evaporated water vapor from there, and again the process continue. So the rate of evaporation is high when the wind speed is high. Now the sublimation is a physical change. During sublimation, a solid substance when heated change into vapor from vapor form, and the vapor on cooling give back to the substance in solid form. Same like dry ice, because dry ice is a solid carbon dioxide, or when we heat dry ice it becomes carbon dioxide in the gaseous form. So the basically the sublimation is a process in which the gas directly change into solid, or solid directly change into gas. During the change of state, there is no change in the composition and the chemical property of the substance. So the change can be easily reversed by changing temperature. Therefore, sublimation is a physical change. When there is a high temperature, the rate of evaporation is high, so the naphthalene ball sublime to gas quickly. And if we cool that gas, it directly changes into solid naphthalene ball again. So the evaporation of water, condensation of steam, dissolution of sugar or common salt in water, glowing of an electric bulb, tearing of paper, changing of chalk stick into chalk powder, etc. are some typical physical change. In this or in these, no new substance is formed. So substance is in its physical state. Now this is the activity number given on your page number 81. To purify a given sample of ammonium chloride by sublimation. Now the material required: china dish, funnel or glass, asbestos sheet with perforations, cotton, ammonium chloride. Now the procedure: take the given sample of ammonium chloride in a china dish. Place the china dish on a tripod stand for heating. Place the perforated asbestos sheet over the china dish. Place an inverted glass funnel on the asbestos sheet. Heat the china dish on a low flame. The vapor formed gets deposited on the inner wall of the funnel. Scrape the crystal with the knife. The crystalline substance so obtained is a pure ammonium chloride, means solid ammonium chloride. When we heat, sublime to gas, and when we cool the gas, it forms again solid. So it is the sublimation process in which no new substance is formed. So this is a physical change. Now chemical change. Chemical change are the change matter undergoes when it becomes new or different matter. So it includes when the matter burns, it changes to the new substance. Temperature change without heating or cooling. It bubbles in the form of gas. It change color if form a precipitate. A change in which composition and chemical property of a substance get changed is called a chemical change. During a chemical change, one or more new substances are formed. The property of new substance formed are different from those of the original substance. So the chemical change occur only under proper condition. For example, when carbon is burned, carbon dioxide is produced. Carbon dioxide has property entirely different from those of a carbon. So the burning of the carbon is a chemical change, means when we burn carbon it forms carbon dioxide. The new substance is formed as carbon dioxide with entirely different property, so it is a chemical change. Some common example of the chemical change are burning of wood, burning of paper, burning of coal, burning of kerosene, burning of candle, formation of curd for milk, electrolysis of water to form hydrogen and oxygen, rusting of iron, ripening of fruit, and growing of a plant into tree. Uh, Growth in human being also a chemical change. Bursting of cracker, cooking of food, digestion of food. In digestion, the food is converted into the sub particles, so with an entirely different property. So the digestion of food is a chemical change. Germination of seed, now the seed becomes tree after some time, so there is a new product. Respiration by living organism, when we respire there is oxygen, oxygen is used by the cell and carbon dioxide is released, the new substance is formed, that is carbon dioxide. So the respiration by living organism are known as chemical change. When a substance undergoes chemical change, it is a change into different substance with different property. To identify a chemical change, look for the signs such as color change, bubbling and fizzing, light production, smoke, and presence of heat. For example, baking of cake. If we bake a cake, the liquid change into solid and the new substance is formed, that is cooked or baked cake, that is entirely different with the base cake property. See, precipitation and a color change is a sign of chemical change. Now it's a mango season. You see, before the mango is green, now the ripened mango is yellow. Now there is a change because you taste green mango, that is sour in taste, and if you taste yellow mango, that is ripened mango, it tastes sweet. Now this is the sign for chemical change. Gas production, temperature change, this these are the property by which we check the change, either the physical or a chemical change. In chemical change, these are such properties by we observe the chemical change. A chemical change occur when fireworks are used. Fireworks are made up of metals such as magnesium and copper. These change chemically as they light up the sky, means the firecracker, when we burn the firecracker, the chemicals stored inside the cracker convert into heat, light and sound energy. I repeat, the chemicals stored in the cracker, when we burn the cracker, the chemical energy stored in the cracker converted into heat energy, sound energy and light energy respectively. See the lighter fluid burning, it's a chemical change. In lighter there is a fluid which is inflammable, means when we use the lighter, the chemical stored in it changes, reacts with fire to become gas, so the production of fire is there. Now the chemical energy stored in the chemical of the lighter change into heat and light energy. So it is a chemical change because there is entirely different substance is formed. If we do such experiments in the lab, then the chemical is used or two chemicals are mixed together. Now the new if the new substance is formed, then it is a chemical change. Burning of log. Now see the breaking water up by separating it into hydrogen and oxygen. There is a process called electrolysis in which we pass the electricity through water, and there is two terminals, that is negative and positive. Then if we pass the electricity, the water molecules breaks and deposited according to their condition. Like oxygen accumulate at positive terminal and hydrogen accumulate at negative terminal, because the oxygen is negatively charged and hydrogen is positively charged. We know that negative positive attract each other. That is why oxygen is negatively charged, collected at negative positive terminal, and hydrogen is positively charged, so it collect at negative terminal. We can separate water molecules, means H2O, by electrolysis process. Now that this is a toast and it's burning. Toast burning is a chemical change, because when toast burn, it change into carbon particles, and the taste is entirely change. You will check with the taste. If the taste change, it means there is a chemical change. If the food spoil, means the cooked food spoil, the taste become change and it is a chemical change. See the burning of rocket fuel. Fuel contain chemical in it. When we burn the fuel, it changes into heat, light and sound. So it is a chemical change because the entirely different substances formed after reaction. It's not only about the rocket fuel, all fuels, whatever we use in our daily life, changes, means chemical change, means fuel burns, it changes into different things. So the burning of fuel is a chemical change. Rusting of metal or iron. When iron rust, means iron is a ferrous and or ferric. When it reacts with oxygen to form its oxide, means ferric oxide or ferrous oxide or simply iron oxide, then this iron oxide is called rusting. Any metal when reacts with oxygen to form their oxide, so metal oxide is known as rusting, because it is a chemical change, the entirely new substances form. See the burning of candle. Candles are made from wax and a cotton thread called wick of the candle. During burning of candle, the molten wax, melting of wax is a physical process, rise through the cotton thread and undergoes combustion of the combustion to produce carbon dioxide and water vapor. The cotton thread get chaired to black mass. Heat and light are given out in this process. It is not possible to recover the burnt wax, to recover the thread in the original form from the charred thread. Therefore, the burning of candle is a chemical change, but it is a physical change also. In burning of candle, there is a physical change also. Melting of wax is a physical change, not a chemical change. But melting of wax, which is the melted wax, is used by wick and it produces heat and light. So The burning of candle is considered as chemical energy as well as physical energy, because in this there is two. Melting of wax is a physical change, burning of wax is a chemical change. I hope everyone would understand what I taught in this video. If there is a problem or you are not able to understand any topic, please ask within a class.